6:46 p.m. Wednesday, June 12th, 2019. Episode number 728 of Yeah Dude. My name is Jonathan and this is Seth.
Jonathan, 728 episodes of America's podcast has brought us to a very special episode. Episode theme that we've dipped into in the past. That is where people have written in to advice columnist. They've said, "Dear Amy, I have a question. I think it'd be more appropriate if we asked Jonathan these questions. I think he's more equipped to answer them, historically, professionally, spiritually, dynamically, regeneratively." Is that a thing? Yeah, dude. America Through the Eyes of Two American Americans, episode 728. I'm going to be sitting down. I'm going to be reading these Ask Amy's, these Dear Amy's to Jonathan. I'm going to start with this one right here. Jonathan, I'm a gay man. My male BFF, Steve, is straight. He's been married, in parentheses, to women multiple times, has children, etc. Currently, he is single. I'm also single. When Steve gets drunk, there have been many times where he gets physically amorous, kissing me, essentially making out with me. And he gets romantically expressive, whispering in my ear how he loves me, etc. I love you. Hey, you. I love you.
Just thinking about, like, if I was still drinking,
Yeah, like,
that's how I would get with you. Like,
I love you.
come here, you.
Come here. Why are you sitting so far away?
Get over here.
Goose, get over here.
Get closer. I can barely hear you over
There's
there.
even been some light sexual interaction.
Okay. I can't imagine what this question is leading up to, as if this guy needs an answer.
I'm very attracted to him, and he knows it because I was very honest with him when we first became friends. As a result of that attraction, I allow him to engage in this behavior to begin with, but invariably, I always stop him from escalating it, and he's tried. Because my good sense kicks in. I don't want him to do something he may regret while under the influence. When he's sober, we never talk about any of this. He only talks about all of his wives and such. Jonathan, do you think he's potentially in love with me?
No. Definitely not that.
Okay. Is this kind of behavior normal, common among bros?
Yes.
100% correct, yes, sir. Regardless of orientation?
Very.
100% norms.
Very common.
So calm.
Okay. So,
Is he in love with him?
no.
No.
No, he's not in love with him.
Is it common
Yes.
among quote-unquote bros?
Yes. Wait, read back. They kiss. They've kissed. And what else has happened?
When Steve gets drunk, there have been many times when he gets physically amorous, kissing me, essentially making out with me. And he gets romantically expressive. That's the whispering part. You remember
Right.
that old part. There's even been some light sexual interaction.
What does that mean?
Light sexual
Does
interaction.
that mean like dry humping?
I don't know what light...
Sort
Homosexual
of like squeezing of genitals?
Squeezing of testicles? You saying that that's what gay men do?
I'm just saying light sexual would be
Sexual,
above
sexual.
below the waist.
Above board, below the waist. Sexual is very sexual.
Yeah, sexual is grinding.
But light.
Light grinding. Clothed grinding.
Light sexual.
Or does that mean like an exposed hand job?
A mutual J.O. sesh.
If you will.
If you will.
So.
It's the making out. That's very intimate. And he's in the whispering. I love you.
That's. So he's. I don't. I love you. Oh, I mean, does he say I
don't
love you?
think
No,
so. That's
you
me-
say I
that's me
love you.
saying-
That's what you do
That's
when
what
you
I
get
do.
drunk.
Right.
Because if he was whispering I love you, then maybe the question.
Whispering in my ear how much he loves me.
Okay.
God, I love you. Well, then that means you love me.
Then you love me.
Then wait a minute. Then does he love me? Yes.
He just said it. He just whispered
So
it.
yes to both. Common among bros, 100%. He loves you? Yes.
Definitely.
Do you need to be together? He's physically, they're great friends. He's physically attracted to him. He said it right from the get-go. I'm physically attracted to your body.
If it's something, I don't know what to tell this person. What is the question? Is he in love with me? I don't fucking know. Is this common? I mean, no. I mean, not
So,
unless
no.
there's like.
Is he in love with you? You saying, I don't know.
But if you. He's not asking, should I call him out? He's not asking for any of that advice, so I'm not trying to say
Yeah,
you
I'm
should
saying
do
so
this
move in
because
with him.
that's not what he's asking for.
Yeah.
In love with you? I don't know.
I don't know. Wants to bone down? Yes.
But there's no way that this guy doesn't recall every time he's done this. It's not like he's in a complete amnesiac, blackout.
State.
He remembers, so he's not bringing it up because you've allowed for this interaction to
Sort of,
occur.
yeah. Red Robin, he just doesn't. No, he don't bring it up.
But that's not like
It's insane.
yeah, it's not like it's not like
yeah.
a whoa, like that was a little touchy,
Yeah,
like
light sexual interaction.
it's like you guys should just be fucking.
Jerked you off when we watched Jeopardy? That's crazy. Is that crazy? I know you have to write in to ask if that's crazy.
I mean, it's not
I know crazy. I just mean
just within this given
in the context of you
circumstance.
having to ask if that's
And him like having like 9 wives and 9 kids.
50 kids. You jerk them off during Jeopardy.
Your best bro.
Your best friend, your straight best friend,
And you've already told him that you like him. So he's
love his dick.
He's taking advantage of the situation
He
despite
knows.
the fact that he's drunk. He's taking advantage of the situation if he has no intention of but it's seemingly the gentleman that's writing in that's saying he's the one that's prevented
resist.
him from no, but he's saying he's the one that's
can't
prevented him from
resist.
going further.
How is that possible? When Steve
Because that's
takes
how
his
much he
shirt
cares
off,
about his
he cares
friendship.
about his friendship with Steve. But when Steve takes his shirt off during Final Jeopardy, how does he resist?
How old do you think Steve is? Because if he's married and got all these kids, how old are we talking about here? All right.
44.
He's still ripped.
Shredded.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he's in love with you. If he was in love with you, you might be dealing with something else. Something you might be writing in with some other type of question.
All right.
He loves you.
Oh,
You're his best bro.
you guys are best friends.
Best bros love each other.
And when best friends watch Jeopardy, shit happens. Totally happens. Jonathan, what is a gracious, non-hurtful way to say, we prefer to eat alone. We live in a retirement home where it is common for people to join together at meals. However, my husband prefers to share this time with me and nobody else. He is not an antisocial person, but eating with a stranger makes him uncomfortable. The suggestion that mealtimes are opportunities to make friends, that just doesn't work for him. What's he supposed to do
That's it.
when an old person shuffles over and ready to drop their tray down?
So this is a cafeteria style setting?
Let's say this is a elderly home with a sort of communal meal setting.
Well, if they're in a home together, then stranger is a bit of a misnomer.
Retirement home.
Retirement home, that means they're not strangers. You guys all live together.
Oh, you consider them roommates because they share the
I'm
building?
not saying I don't consider them anything, except I would say I don't think they're strangers. You guys are in the same. You're not a stranger.
You're not a total stranger.
You're. I'm not.
You guys have the same address.
I mean, not only that, but
I know everybody
it's
in this
not
building.
like there's not. It's not new people. I mean, obviously some new people are
Because a
coming
lot of
in,
people
because
go
a lot
out,
of people leave,
bring new
so
people in.
It's like a rotating.
Oh, you're new. What happened to Ruben?
If you don't get to eat alone in a communal eating environment, it's antithetical to the layout. If you choose to go and
What if he just
swats
at anyone that
just
comes near him?
pretend you're senile.
Ah!
Pretend you're senile. Kick the senility up a notch.
Yeah, crazy
You'd
shit.
be like, stick a fucking dinner roll in your ear and be like, ooh,
yeah.
and then no one will fucking want to eat with you. No, I'm saying you don't get to sit in a cafeteria-style dining hall and be like, no, thank you.
No, please. This is my wife and I's time.
You get to go to your fucking room and do that.
Because you could go back to the room.
Get your fucking meal and go back
Get
to
your
the
tray
room.
and go back.
Order some fucking Postmates it. You don't get to eat in a fucking open...
Not in a retirement home.
Not in any... I don't get to go to a commissary and be like, no, thank you. Like, I'd like to keep this gigantic picnic table to myself here.
German beer hall. Hello, this table's for me.
No, thank you.
And no beer at this table either down the end. Okay? Communal. All right.
No communal eating. You have to roll with those punches.
All right. Unless he maybe would put a candle, lit a candle. And
Maybe you're not allowed to eat in your room.
Maybe it was just like, why is there a fucking candle there? Put rose petals and a candle on there. Everyone will be like, oh, okay, he's all right. Edward wants to eat with his wife, I guess, alone. There's a candle and rose petals. Fucking 7 nights a week, they get mad romantic.
You could make like a cardboard partition of like a brick wall, like an Italian restaurant. You know,
Hey, have like a grandkid come in. Hey. Yeah.
You get to take it to your room, but maybe you're not allowed to bring food back to your room.
Because of ants.
Because then they start to eat the bodies, the people, and they can't feel them eating it.
There's nothing. So
their
essentially,
extremities.
yeah, you're going to have to.
If you have to eat in a common area,
sorry.
then you have to deal with
You
this.
got to deal with these strangers.
Who you call strangers.
Which is kind of rude.
It's Ed, you guys were in WW2
yeah.
together, and you live next door to each other
like
now.
6 years. Used to be married to your
Maybe
wife.
they're all strangers to him because every day's a new thing.
And so, but
maybe the Alzheimer's.
You need to be friends with these people. These are your homies.
These are your last homies.
This is all you got. You can't get your grandkid to come by and pretend to be like a WAP waiter at the Cheesecake Factory.
These are last
at fucking
homies.
Olive Garden. You won't do it. This is it. Respect Ed.
These are your last bros.
Respect Ed.
Ed's your last bro. So,
Dog. Eat with him.
He's your final bro.
Just eat with Ed. God.
Ed's your final bro. So
eat with him.
I think you might want to
break bread with your last bro ever.
You're still fucking doing this shit, man.
God, you're really picky about your bros. Jonathan.
Yeah.
My significant other, we were never officially married, died 6 months ago from a long-term illness. In our 25 years together, we had a 25-year-old daughter and a 21-year-old son. During that time, my significant other also had an illegitimate son. That son's also 21 years old. He's just a few months older than the son that he and I had together. I didn't even meet this son until he was 15 years old.
So 6 years ago.
After my significant other's death, son Seth began living with me and my son. About a month ago, I developed a sexual relationship with Seth.
Shit! Fuck! I was like, I didn't know where we were going here. Hold on.
So about a month ago.
There's nothing. Okay, go ahead. Wait, when?
After her significant other passed away, his illegitimate son, that's just a few months older than the son that they have together,
So hot.
began living with me and my son. About a month ago, I decided to fuck his dick.
So hot. And genetically, totally fine.
Right? This has got...
It's just the dude you used to fucked another woman and had a kid, and now you're fucking
that kid.
It's fine. Totally fine.
Totally fine.
Totally.
Just
You
the
could have
lineage
kids with that kid.
You could fuck that dick and have a lineage with that the same way and have another son.
Yeah.
And not believe that one alone, but my children have now disowned me.
Whoa.
Calling the relationship
It's
disgusting, a
understandable.
poor decision, wildly inappropriate.
Definitely a poor decision. I don't know about the other ones. Maybe the other ones too. But
Probably inappropriate.
oh yeah, sorry. Yes, inappropriate.
The way I see it. Oh, here we go.
Well, I mean,
Hey!
you see it crazy.
Well, you see it
clearly,
in a crazy way.
but you're also in
Hey,
mourning.
Hey.
You're
This
in
is
the grieving process.
This is an adult. This person can do whatever she wants.
And this person that you're now having sex with is,
passionate lovemaking.
and also probably maybe the closest thing
Looks
to
exactly like your significant other, but 40 years
you guys
younger.
first met.
When you first met,
dog. Think about it. That might be tough.
she is.
Let's say the shoe's on the other foot,
She is
Seth.
popping off.
Let's just say you and I are in that position.
Your significant other passes away.
Find
Your
out.
significant other had an affair while you were together and had a daughter who's now 21 years old.
Does that work the same way? Is that still
I
legal?
can't.
Genetically or legally legal?
I don't know.
So wait,
Listen.
my wife
Yes. That you were with.
somehow had a child without me knowing.
Cheated on you and you didn't know until you went.
But carried a baby to full term that I didn't know about.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's the
rub.
rub on the old genetics there, the old biology. Yeah. She
Oh,
went-
and also you couldn't have two kids so close in age because you can only have one at a time. I mean, unless they're twins. So there's a couple of.
All right, so it's.
But
let's get back to this lady.
Let's just
This lady.
think theoretically.
She's in heaven.
Let's just say your significant other of 30 years,
Let's just say the ages were
this
different.
beautiful woman,
Yes, that you were in love with
gets
for.
that you loved forever.
Yeah.
You find out that she had a daughter
At one point in your relationship,
right
she-
before you guys met,
Okay.
and that daughter is now 26 years old.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't have to be 21. 20s, mid to late 20s.
Just turned 18.
Yeah.
No, 26, almost 27.
25. Let's say 25.
And she is like
The spinning image of her mother.
a slightly bustier, taller version of the woman you found love
Wait a
with.
minute, she's even. I was gonna say spinning image, but you said no.
And she
You
needs-
said taller and bustier.
Yeah. And she needs a place to crash while she's getting over the loss of her mother.
And she just got out of a. She's
Been in
dropped
an
some.
abusive
Dropped some
relationship.
zero. Wants to get with a hero. Okay. Back to reality. The way I see it,
Come on.
other than the age gap of 25 years, we're both single. We're both adults.
Well, he's not
We're not related. I didn't raise him.
true.
Dope body.
True.
Bigger dick than his dad.
True.
I didn't even meet him until he was 15 years old, and I was never actually married to his dad. We weren't even married. That was just a
The
long-term
15-year-old part that's a little squirrely there.
Yeah, maybe if she
like
just
if you had
hadn't
met him
met
a
him
month ago, like
Yeah, like-
my dad, like
Yeah.
that's my dad that just died.
Yeah.
Like I never met you before. You're 21. I mean, even then it's out
Yeah.
of control, but it's not.
knowing
I
him
met
as,
you.
like,
I
as a
knew about you.
pimply-faced teenager, like.
Yeah.
Therefore, I was never an actual stepmom. Do you think my children are correct in their perception of this relationship?
Oh,
and if so, for what reason?
Absolutely.
How dare these children?
How dare you?
This
Why
is
can't
my
mommy have
lover.
her time?
Mommy wants to have her wine and her lover. Wow.
Who's more fucked up? The son, the illegitimate son, or the mom?
Mom.
Why? Well, because she's older.
Because she's in this relationship with this man for so long. They have, this kid's 21 and his dad died in this busty MILF. Can we say that?
Dare we say?
Dare I
this?
speak that?
Yeah.
So if you had to
don't hate the
assign,
player.
yeah,
Hate the
had to assign, but I don't want that to be some sort of
No.
patriarchal view. Maybe it is,
A lot of bustiness in this.
but
this is on her.
This is like, I mean, who do you think looks more like the significant other?
Her own son
Her own son,
or her dick son?
or what if how alike do they look? I want to know. They have the same dad. Do they look? Are they spitting images of each other? All three, father and both sons. Oh, wait a minute. She doesn't see anything wrong with it.
I mean,
She's not.
that must be for the, let's say, legitimate son, although that son would also be considered illegitimate in most people's eyes because these two were never married. But let's just say the son sired from this relationship, this
Can't be
must be like
Can't be happy.
the worst.
Mom.
Like, my dad just died,
I'm like,
and
broken
now
up
my
about
mom
it.
is like boning the other me from like dad's other relationship that I didn't even know about.
Step bro,
My weird step bro, who's the same age as me,
who looks exactly
literally
like
is
me.
just a slightly taller,
better
bustier
bustier version of my busted ass.
He's got a fatter
It's
butt.
just so weird. His butt just has more bubble to it. I don't know how to explain it. It makes me crazy.
just a smidge more.
But I like.
poppier
He's
butt.
better than me. And now he's in bed, and I hear it. I hear it.
Because we all live together.
I hear it. No, because they're fucking loud. It doesn't even matter that I live in the basement and they're upstairs. They go at it.
So this is a mess. That would definitely be something you would want to keep under wraps, I think.
Oh, you got to hide that from
You
the world.
should have hidden that from the world.
I mean, he can see. He's looking down.
That's fine. God and Dad can.
They're up there
they can
like
work it out.
tisk tisk.
But
But
you don't want to lay that on the
your
kids.
sister and your daughter.
Less
and
than a
your son.
year.
What's
after,
the daughter like? Mom,
No, I mean,
mom.
No, daughter's like, I wanted to.
I wanted that dick. You see that D when he was cleaning the pool? Wait, what movie is this?
No
Mom.
fair, Mom.
Mom. The mom started fucking him too, and then the mom and the daughter are fighting over him because he's such a better version of that son.
But the daughter and the illegitimate son, they're not allowed to have sex
Oh, they can't because they're
genetically because they have the same dad.
Oh, my bad. Yeah,
Right?
'cause I'm getting so excited about all these scenarios. I'm forgetting about
I get really
about
confused
legal
with this
law
stuff.
and natural law.
There's-
It's all
It's wild stuff.
It's wild stuff. This got me twisted.
But there are workarounds. I know that.
There's got to be second cousin
Some
workarounds.
loopholes.
Always going to
But
be loopholes.
I think that one is a deal breaker.
Yeah, because they got the same
Dad.
My bad. I'm sorry, everyone. That
My
was like,
bad, same dad.
my bad. Same dad.
But, I mean,
Faux pas, a papa.
same papa.
Wow. It's
Same
just.
papa.
It's just.
It's very
it's
confusing
modern,
and passionate.
Modern families and passion. It's so hot in the summertime. It just gets so hot.
So rough, man. That's a crazy thing to write to Amy.
It's a crazy thing to write to Amy.
I mean, it's crazy, and then to be like, I know he'll help me with this. Let me
Pen this.
just.
I get on the word. Jonathan, our work office is on the 7th floor of a downtown building. 2 streets away is a recently completed apartment complex with a penthouse level featuring 2 apartments with floor-to-ceiling windows. One apartment always
Sounds
has...
like Seth's Raisin Bran commercial.
Wait a minute. Telescope. So I'm wondering, what's the best telescope
For
for stargazing?
not like the closest stars possible.
But I'm going to look up at the stars, and I'm going to bring them across the way. One apartment always has the shades fully up. The resident routinely walks around during office hours naked or in a bra and underwear. Today, she walked under a balcony undressed. The apartment is exactly in our line of sight. It's impossible not to notice. Whoa. This may seem funny or titillating to some, but we find this very distracting and unwelcome.
What an asshole.
Boo! I'm trying to work here, miss.
Who's we? Speak for your fucking
Yeah.
self, asshole. What are you guys writing in as a group?
Yeah, these spreadsheets aren't going to get done themselves, guys.
Who the fuck is
Doug,
we?
Doug, that woman is like completely naked.
Leave me out of this.
What is the best course of action? Maybe she doesn't realize how visible she is.
Maybe she don't care, which is what you should fucking try
Get back
to
to work. Do you have spreadsheets to do?
I mean, is there anything better than in the middle of your day knowing that at any given time in your middle of your workday you could just look over and be like, and there we have it. Like,
Wow.
She don't work.
She doesn't work.
What the fuck is she supposed to do?
Yeah.
Leave her alone.
She's a fucking. She does her shit on the gram. She
How
works from
far
home.
away are we talking about?
I want to imagine it's close. It's
Like as close as you and I are?
closer. Imagine a conference room.
I mean, it's a penthouse, so there has to be like on the other side of the street.
Does it say that the person that wrote this was male or female?
No, and
Does
also
it say
it's
what
not.
is it? What's the
I mean,
sexual preference? Could it
yeah.
be?
I mean, I guess
Does that come into play?
I think perceived general. Obviously,
guess if it
sexual
was
attraction, sexual preference would definitely play a role
Let's
in
say
it.
it's-
And let's just say also that just a degree of attractiveness of said person being nude.
Oh, the person. She's. Let's just. I think what we're deducing. She's stunning.
Well, then
Just go
I
with
don't
that.
see like.
Could it be that?
I mean,
Is it
I'm
a-
trying to think if you and I did this show, and every week I'd come here and do the show, and there was like a crazy like naked dude like that's just like
Really
just
close.
all the time, just sort of pacing back
Yeah.
and forth
At eye level, right there. Like standing up on
might-
the sauna level, right
it
there.
might
like-
it might get to me after
you
a while.
might say like, "Come on, shut the windows for the second one." Yeah.
So I don't know.
If yeah, it's and the coworkers, because what if there's a woman writing in, and what if there's who knows what if there's like 7 dudes in the window like
That's
making
what-
sounds and like
that-
that's probably
That I could see being really
or
off.
like
Very
one of them hits an alarm every time she comes out, and like guys from different floors come running. Guys,
totally different story.
Yeah, guys.
But then you need to properly describe not that I have an aversion to this woman being
Yeah,
able to
it's just-
sunbathe nude. It's that
we can't-
the environment that
I
it
can't
creates
hear anything
in
on a
my-
conference call because the
these
guys are
8
like
guys fucking yeah.
nude lady again.
So there's that.
Yeah, we need to know.
But the question is,
Okay,
how
I'm
do
sorry.
I?
What's the best course of action? Maybe she doesn't realize how visible she is. She definitely knows how visible
Definitely
she
knows
is.
how visible she is. You just walk over there.
And take
We
your
get
clothes off?
stopped. You get stopped by security though, because she's in the penthouse. You're not getting up
No,
there
because you
without a
walk over,
fucking
you come over
escort.
nude, security lets you right up. And then there's,
Oh, you
wait a
must be-
second. Oh, shit. You have
Could you
double.
like fly like a paper airplane over there and just be like, hey, listen, could we keep it between the hours of
Yeah.
9 and 3? Could we keep this down a little bit?
I don't know.
Do what you want on the weekends, but could maybe
You tone it down
maybe
during
throw
the
a
afternoon.
pair of booty shorts on or something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You can't. People are allowed to do what the fuck they want in their own places.
Can't stop her in her place from
You know?
expressing herself, from being free. She probably has to get over it.
What a dream.
Yeah.
That just taps into like a deep-rooted psychological thing
Oh,
there.
hey, now, come on, Tom.
What?
Come on. Calm
No,
down.
I'm just saying as a child,
Yeah, well, I mean, I get
the
it.
idea of seeing
It's voyeuristic.
it is
Dreaming,
voyeuristic.
drooling.
There's no question
You're
it's
loving it.
voyeuristic.
Taps into
But
something.
that it's such a
That you're minding your own business, and all of a sudden you look
and
out
they're minding their own business, and that there is that like it's like it's such at that age, at a younger age, it's like
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
fun.
gift from God.
We're talking about like
It's like-
30-year-olds in an office, though. So
Yeah, it's still a gift from
I
God.
guess, yeah,
it's
like,
just a,
like you don't understand.
I'd never
Like,
get
let
this.
me explain to you what my. I don't want to hear it. I'm going
This
over
taps
there.
into-
This taps into a deeper. Shut up! I'm going over there.
I'm walking over
This
there.
is so stupid.
No, I'm just saying it's I don't know if it'll ever fully lose its.
Oh God, you're really locked into it. Jesus. Yeah. Get it. You like it. You like that.
Potent stuff.
Potency. We get it. You're really into that. I never know if that will ever.
That fire will ever die inside of me.
With a dream of it, because it could happen. That's the thing. It could happen at any moment, any time, any place. And that's really what.
Preferably when you're alone.
Wow.
And not able to be seen.
Wow.
Usually in best circumstances when you are under.
Wow.
No, it's I don't.
You like that?
I don't know what. It could totally be distracting in a workplace. It could be too much of a good thing.
Can there be? Yeah, I guess it could be too much of a good thing. Jonathan, several months ago, I had a conversation with my husband about a girlfriend of ours. We go out as couples on occasion. He referred to her as, quote, a little haughty.
Gross.
I was instantly crushed. I said something like, "What about me?" He replied, "We aren't talking about you."
Nice.
Hey.
Nice recovery.
Good.
Good save.
Everything's cool.
You're a bigger hottie.
We ain't talking about you. Okay. I embarrassed myself by trying to pull a compliment from him, but I was not successful. My self-confidence is completely shattered. We've been married for 40 years and have always enjoyed a good romantic relationship, but it's hard for me to be open anymore. I just cannot put this behind me.
It's a wrap.
So you guys, it's done, right? 40 years.
I think that's it.
You were fishing for compliments. He came at you rude. You got to get divorced. So you're saying it's
I
done.
think it's done.
All right. Good run.
I mean, he's lucky that he managed to keep it up for this long.
With that talk, the way
That's a nasty-
he's a nasty old fuck. The way he talks. Yes, you're a little hottie.
We ain't talking about you.
We're talking about Karen, not you. So you
Um,
go out with this couple, and he really fixated on Karen.
You could bring it up the next time the four of you go out.
Who? To Karen?
No, to Karen's
And Jim?
Yeah, go bring it up to Jim at
With in
dinner.
front of everybody? Or just-
Everybody. What did you refer to Karen as?
Jim, you're gonna love this.
What did you say?
What did you remind me?
Remind them.
And Karen
Tell
and
them the
Jim.
story. What we were talking about Karen.
Oh, funny old thing. Karen came up in conversation.
And you said, what did you say?
What did you say? She was a
Little hottie.
What is it? Little brat? No, little. What was it? How's Jim feel about that? Well, that's it. No more dinners.
I would do that.
Right in front of him.
Because beyond that, you probably got to leave him. And I'm not, you don't have to leave him because
Just that's it.
of him saying that. You
Yeah.
have to leave him because of the way he did it and the way it made you feel. It has severely fucked up your
devastated,
feelings about him
Your
and your
psyche.
quality of life.
Yeah.
You cannot recover from
How do you
that.
think Karen and Jim are going to feel that? Is Karen going to be flattered or is she going to be disgusted?
She'll be both. A little bit flattered, a little bit disgusted.
Oh.
Jim might. I think Jim will probably get what's going on and might fall in line and just allow her to dictate.
Fall in line and know why she brought it up?
No, like, oh, you're outing this dude and embarrassing him, so let me just let you do that rather than like
would you
make it about me.
What'd you say about my wife,
Yeah,
Dawn?
like right.
Dawn,
Yeah,
what'd you say about my wife, Dawn?
yeah. Like, hey, Don, and then be like, and then what? When I ask
What if
you,
Karen's all
what
like, Jim,
about me?
Jim, hold on. Jim, hold on. Let Dawn say what he thinks again.
Jim, Karen, Dawn, and then we don't have the wife's name.
Priscilla. Priscilla, what did he say?
You know what I mean, though? If Jim realizes Priscilla's like about to fucking, like she's like taking this fool down because he did something that wasn't cool and it hurt her feelings. Maybe if he's a gentleman, he'll be like, I'm going to ride this out with Priscilla. I'll let her dictate what it is I'm supposed to do or not do.
He's always been in love with Priscilla.
Maybe this is it.
And
Maybe
this
they
is
need
it.
to switcheroo after 40 years.
And it's time. And that's what we've gotten to. Don't just leave him. Do the old switcheroo. over apps. Just switch seats. Switch keys. Done. You now live in this house.
See you at dinner next week.
You drive home this way.
We'll see.
Not that way.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week again with new lives. Fresh start. They always wanted it. Karen always thought Don.
There's a Raymond Chandler story I think it's called The Great Switcheroo. It's a short story about
And this happens.
two men, neighbors. I think neighbors can basically getting each other prepared to sneak into one another's beds and have sex with their and it is like it's fucking crazy.
Preparing, and the
Like-
wives won't.
That they won't notice. It's fucking nuts.
This is so completely absurd.
It's a little absurd, but it's also, I mean, a lot of booze is involved.
Yeah, to rape, to like, yeah. I mean, old timey like,
Raymond Chandler.
yeah, rape, dog.
It's kind of
There's
rape.
booze involved. It's totally fine. We're gonna do the old switcheroo.
Oh no, it's not cool. But
And they prep each other, and
yeah, they go through their whole process of what they like, and they basically mimic one another in order to.
oh, they're like, this is my move.
Yeah, they basically teach the other one. This is how I go home, and this is what I do when I climb into bed.
Oh, I thought you meant like when she.
yes.
Oh, like riding.
Like
I
everything.
always come in with the left.
Yeah, like
hand you got to come in with the hip. Let's try it out. Like this old switcheroo is an insane story.
it's a crazy story.
But everything to like when I put my car keys down, give it a little slide because I drop them and do a 2-inch slide.
Yeah.
Let's spend 6 years recreating this for this one night for my psychotic novella. Fucking people.
It goes better for one than it does for the other.
Oh God, does it? I can't. A year ago, my husband and I went to visit his relatives for a week. At the time, I was pregnant with my first baby. Toward the end of our visit, while conversing in the kitchen, my brother-in-law he showed us some pictures of us that he had uploaded onto his iPad. He handed my husband his iPad to have a closer look at the pictures.
Oops.
In that moment, going through the pictures, we saw some other pictures.
Sneaky.
The moment was very brief, but we both saw pictures saved on the iPad of nude young girls. They appeared to be very young, prepubescent. My husband and I saw the photos briefly, and the next thing we knew, the iPad was back was back in his brother's hands. I chose not to report it as we didn't know for sure what we saw, and I didn't want to stir up drama. So here we are a year later, and the whole thing still does not sit well with me. Anytime I bring it up, my husband says we should have reported it when we first saw it. I'm torn. I can barely talk to his brother. I don't want him staying with us. How do I know if it was anything that warranted being reported or if it was just some type of fetish thing? Well, that doesn't... If it's under... Well, it's just his fetish. Kids. So...
No, but if in a
She mean fetish that they're of age to made to look young?
yes, that maybe it was just the shock of seeing it.
It happened so fast.
That the general look of it fit the description, but that looking back, it's like, it was
just,
like
they
weird
were
teeny
in-
porn kind of shit.
Yeah, cheerleader. They really missed that opportunity to
What? Seize the iPad?
be like, what's up? I guess you just wouldn't say that in the moment. He rips that iPad out. The fact that he ripped it out so fast, that's what makes me.
We don't know that.
Oh, he did.
That's a fucking.
Knocked over a chair
Let's
to get.
just say it's not prepubescent
Okay.
or illegal pornography. That is a.
Just let's say this is.
Why? What a crazy fuck up.
Oh, it's.
It's so wild. It's such an amateur move. Like, so crazy. Even if it's just straight porn. But what do you do?
It really had to have happened then.
Yes. It would have had to have happened then.
But you have to. I don't know. What if these women, these females, were underage? They didn't say anything. They should have thought it. The husband's like, we should have said something. She can't think about it. Not only just if you're pregnant or have a kid, you can't have any contact at all with this person if that's the fact. But how do you bring it up now? Hey, remember a year ago when you were showing us those pictures of us at the baseball game?
I mean, that's still within a...
But a lie.
I know
Either
that.
way. So you can't...
But you could...
It had to happen then. But if you're in that scenario and you saw that, there's no way I'm there. Someone hands me their phone, their iPad to show me something, and I see that. Wouldn't you, I don't know, who knows? You would say something in the moment. You wouldn't hand somebody's phone back to them with porn.
No,
or
you
would. Or your iPad back with something.
No, you would.
If you saw porn.
Absolutely you would. Because you become self-conscious and embarrassed. You get pulled into that moment.
I guess, but wouldn't you be like...
And then you don't have an opportunity sitting right there to be like, hey, was that kiddie porn? Like, you know what I mean? So you basically, you allow the moment to pass because you're unsure of what it is you've seen.
But wouldn't you be more apt to do that if you saw, let's say, whatever it was, whatever scenario, whatever worked for this brother, you knew that people were adults. Wouldn't maybe that it's so above board and quote unquote normal, you don't say anything because he got busted. The fact that you thought it did something, it made you think there's something wrong with this. Oh, fuck, you're saying you would just, that would make it even more?
I'm saying that you would still, the initial reaction would be to try to, okay, it's something, it's a couple of things. It's your own embarrassment and self-consciousness that happens. You immediately, just because of our social programming, you are now the person viewing.
Doesn't happen, right? This is such a huge
but also it's like, it's, you are seeing, like, let's say, a pornographic picture. So
listening.
you are like, oh, I'm looking at porn. So now I'm kind of like alert and self-conscious.
Alert.
And then you question yourself. And like you're saying, before you notice it, the thing has gone back and the scenario. And also that you're talking about a brother-in-law. This isn't like you come on my computer and I've got Pornhub up and you're like, hey, creep. Like,
Jonathan!
You know what I'm saying, though? That you
why
would immediately fuck with me about it.
Definitely her. Why wouldn't the brother, who knows what their relationship is? Or
again,
maybe because the wife.
Again, I think even more so for a male or in that situation for it's your brother. You see it, you're like, what the fuck? And then you're like, I mean, if the brother looked at pictures and then went to one and was like, that's kiddie porn, then yes, there should have been like, what the fuck is going on? But if it was obviously negligible enough that they're both like, we're not sure what we saw.
But that's what I mean. How
Listen,
do you not?
Dog,
how are you not sure?
The world is
filled with.
I mean, who knows? Who knows how quick it was? But
why
also,
wouldn't the brother?
So now I'm saying, at this point,
yes,
the brother has to confront the other brother.
Yeah,
100%.
Straight up.
Be like, a year ago, you handed us something. There was other pictures on it. I'm not sure what it was. It didn't look savory, to say the least. I want to let you know something that because of that situation, Karen is not comfortable being around you and certainly not comfortable having our child
nor
around
am
you.
I.
And I'm not either.
What's up?
And you'll know from there. Something will shake
You'll be able
out
to
of
tell
that.
you, stare him down and say,
Or something will happen. And that's not to say that he won't lie or whatever, but you as a person will be in a position to assess and be like, okay, he got popped fucking with,
that's his jam. He's in, it's
like, okay.
boarding school.
It was fucking, what's his name? Fucking, fucking,
it was the gauze. It was
it was like Brian Gosling
it's just,
shit.
It was from the UK. I didn't understand. I've never seen. Yeah, it was British boarding school shit. I don't. Okay.
or it'll be like, boop, 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 boop,
Oh,
boop,
what you see is like
and
what
then
I
you're
see
like,
is what?
all right, like
Oh,
we
see exactly.
We got a problem here.
All right.
But I think absolutely that at this point the only at the moment maybe yes, but now that that's not happened, be like, fuck. I have to talk to you about something.
Man. But you're just saying in the moment
and because
it's
not, the thing about it is that it's still his fault, even if what he did isn't bad.
Yeah, like why
it's
you
like
me?
you fucked up, and so
stupid.
it caused an awkward situation, and it's your job to remedy that.
Yeah, like you should.
And moreover, if it is something to be alarmed about, that you're letting this person know, like I'm on to you, like do not fucking come anywhere near us. Either way, somebody in that situation, if they are doing something untowards with that shit, they're not going to want to be. I mean, they will be frightened that they've gotten caught.
Got to go deeper. We got to break into his place when he's not there.
That was the other option I was thinking about.
Because these people are not going to tell the truth.
But we don't know.
We have to break into his place.
You don't have, but you're taking
to know for sure.
You don't know for sure. You're not.
That's
allowed,
what I'm saying. We're gonna find out for sure.
You're not allowed to do that.
You're not allowed to.
You're not. Because you couldn't get your shit together in the moment and decide whether or not this was something that shouldn't have been there.
You can't break.
You now are going to go and fucking violate somebody else's privacy in order to assure yourself that you made the right or wrong decision?
Yeah.
No.
Yep. I'm breaking in with somebody from the Geek Squad.
Yes.
All right,
get
Geek
in
Squad,
there.
do what you do on the shows. Oh, you can't? Well, what do I see on the shows? Do the beep boop boop. Fuck. My mother and her husband of over 20 years have decided to have an open marriage.
Who? Mom and stepdad.
Mom and
or second husband.
Husband of over 20 years. They even bought an apartment in order to have sexual encounters with others. That's really
same apartment?
No, they bought an apartment.
No, I'm saying they both use the same apartment to do their other acts?
The couple?
Yeah. Like when I'm having my night.
No, on Tuesday. Jesus.
You're not getting just one fuck pad for both of them?
I guess it's one huge fuck pad. For both of them. Hold on.
This is nuts. This is already off to
I've
a
known
bad.
my stepdad since I was 15. I'm now 41. So
he's like, okay.
Just forever.
It's gross.
I have a happy marriage and a family of my own. I grew up watching my mother date numerous men. There were times I would hear her engaged in sexual activity. Now that I'm an adult, I find the lifestyle that she exposed to me was unhealthy. The open marriage decision is bringing up bad memories for me. Totally. My mom does not have many friends, and I can tell that she wants to share details of this new life with me. Oh, I got to tell you about this fucking dude I fucked. You mean Jerry? My stepdad?
No, not Jerry.
No.
Ew.
No.
This guy I met at
No.
Guy I met at the Kiwanis Club.
3 guys from the Kiwanis. Excuse me.
Listen, son, I don't have many friends. You gotta hear me out on
So
that.
you're gonna have to hear out these deets. Do you know what people do now? I'm not interested in hearing about or meeting any of the new men in her life.
Absolutely not.
I don't want to go to the new apartment. The fuck pad.
The fucking apartment.
I don't want my kids.
You shouldn't be there, man.
Shouldn't have anything to do with that.
You shouldn't even know.
How do you even know the address of that? I don't want to bring my children there to watch Peppa the Pig. Like, I don't want to hurt her. I'm not sure how to deal with this. Any suggestions?
Just be like, yo, this isn't my business. I don't want to know about it. You do you. And leave me the fuck out of this. Yeah. This grosses me out. And also it reminds me of when you were fucking floozying it up when I was a kid.
When I was just like...
And you had like random ass dudes in the house all the time.
That
like, wasn't cool. You shouldn't have done that.
No.
Now you can do whatever the fuck you want.
And
I don't want to fucking hear about it.
Yeah.
You're 41.
How many dirty looks I got?
What the fuck,
Taking a piss from
what
dudes.
the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah. So
like, yeah, moms might be fucked up, but what the fuck is up with you? You're 41 years old, and you can't figure out that all you have to do is put your foot down and be like, Mom, don't tell me about these new dudes that you're fucking. It grosses me out. How fucking, like, how not aware do you have to be in order to be like, I'm trying to tolerate this, but it's bothering me. Yeah. Is there something wrong with that? It's like, yeah. yeah. Like, on all fronts, yeah. Like, what the fuck, man? I'm trying to stomach my mom talking about fucking these new
in this
dudes
new pad,
in this brand
apartment,
new fucking sick
new
ass
harness
apartment.
pad.
Why
Harnesses.
is this bothering me so much?
Why is everything a fuck pillow? What is this place? I go there, yes. I didn't want to go there.
I didn't want to come here.
But I'm always
Why
there.
Am I hanging out
and now
here
I'm hearing it now. As an adult, I'm hearing these things.
It's so weird. It's so weird. And like that you don't have anyone else closer to you that
like,
you can confide in and run this scenario by. Because out of context, it really sounds even fucking crazy.
With no details.
With no idea of who these people are.
What they look like.
Fuck, if you could send me
how tall
pictures.
and busty they might be.
How old are we talking
about? What's your
here?
stepdad look like? Is he shredded like the other dads we've discussed? What's his gel levels?
So,
what are we at?
I don't know, man. But absolutely been with a fucking person for a long time. You're strong in your relationship. Sex ain't what it used to be. You want to fucking explore that? I think that could probably be a fucking great cure-all. I don't know about the joint apartment. That's creepy. But
maybe all of the trysts happen together as a couple.
Well, that's swinging, though. So that's
not an open relationship.
Well, I don't think so. But maybe that's a misuse of the word. But I mean, an open relationship.
Mom would be more detailed and explain really about all this.
Apparently,
about stepdad. Let's talk more about him. What's he up to? What's he getting into? Yeah, there's a lot of things going on there. A lot of information.
It does seem...
Yes.
Because I so often sort of... What is it? I think I often downplay the desensitization theory about the world with what it was like for us, like spanking to like, you know, a Hustler mag and it literally being like thinking that it was like
VR
and also like that cops were going to kick your fucking door and take you to prison for having it. You know what I mean? Versus like now and all of that. And then I'm like, oh, it's a sliding scale. Like we all kind of adapt and adjust. And there does seem to be in a lot of these
in relation to
just in terms of the sexualizing of ourselves and the world and everything around us. But in these scenarios, it does seem to be that maybe there has been there is a boundary issue that has been breached in this current day. Be it because parents are staying younger longer, or children are getting older quicker, or whatever, that these lines get smeared, and it used to be something that you like
behind closed doors
categorically would do anything in your power, even if it
not hear about,
bold-face lie to your child, even if they're holding pictures of you doing something you at no point do you acknowledge that. Do you allow that to enter the conversation? And now it is like, well, what's the big deal? Like, you fuck, I fuck.
We all fuck. Mom and dad are going to go fuck. You're going to hear us.
It seems like that.
Okay.
That there is something.
You want to go back to a more gentle.
It's not even. It's about boundaries and roles. I don't think it's about what you're allowed to do in the bedroom or not allow, or who you're allowed to do it with or when. It's about the dynamics of I guess parents and children is really the. I think that's the real kicker. That's the fundamental one that seems to.
Yeah.
I mean, at least in these, there seems to be some wishy-washy, crossover, some crossed wires.
Yeah.
But I think some of that comes from this sort of. That we're all been shoved out onto this like open playing field of
So
the
now
internet,
we're
and
all
everyone's kind of fending for themselves, and everyone's reacting accordingly to them being like a person and wanting to be.
Maybe that some ways that's good. You want to be open. You want to. What are you kids doing in there? I hope you're being safe. Let me come in there and see how you're doing it. And let me
show you how I do it.
Let me show you how we do it. Why don't we all? You know what? Let
Come
me
to
bring
think
your
of
dad
it.
in here. Why don't we get down
I'll bring
here
your
on the-
dad
on
in
the
here. Let
floor?
me bring your
Get
dad
your
in
parents
here.
over here too. Why don't we all? We won't mix us, but like, what if we fucked your parents? We switched, and then you kids could. It's just open. It's all good. Why not have open lines of communication? So yeah, if you could get your folks over here and we
Call
could
your
switch
folks.
that up,
Text your folks,
and
will
then
you?
we'll do everything that 2 men and 2 women can do
together,
all around,
but separate.
and you guys just take notes over here. Actually, could you text some friends and get some friends? Let's get Let's get it popping.
Let's get
right?
some more people.
Let's get it
in.
pop, and let's get some poppers.
Um,
Let's get some animal nitrates, and let's get some jalapenos. Let's get everything in here,
all the poppers.
and let's just do it. Let's cross-reference it.
Man. Well, Seth, I don't know.
It's a beautiful world.
It is. It is. I agree with that.
Open and
It's busty
busty
world.
and energy.
It's a
Just energy.
Busty world.
Yeah, dude. America through the eyes of 2 American Americans. This was episode 728 of our comedy podcast. Please come back for 729. Real simple, 888-842-2357. Toll-free voicemail. Call and share your thoughts. Patreon, please, if you can, if you pledge to us on Patreon, it keeps the show going. It keeps us doing the show, and it's what allows us to keep moving forward here. You can also do the Venmo, Jonathan's Venmo.
Oh yeah,
if
that's
you want to do a one-time.
UhhYeahDude. That's UhhYeahDude, like for life. I think you can also search it by my name.
Detroit, June 22. New Orleans, July 6th. Brooklyn, July 27th. Dallas, September 7th. If you can go
Ticket links for all of those on our website.
to those shows.
Come see us this summer.
Come back for our next step. Tell a friend. Write a review on. I guess iTunes is still up
For now.
right? For now.
You'll still be able to write reviews of podcasts. It'll just be through the podcast app.
When is that going to start?
I don't know, but soon I think.
All right.
But
It's exciting.
from my demographic
Understand.
numbers and stuff, most of our people still they get the show from the podcast app already, so they won't even notice a change because it's already been partitioned off into this. But not to say that everyone won't be affected, but
Tell a friend. Tell a coworker.
or that no one will be affected. But yeah, and then we'll see you all in Detroit.
Seatbelts.
Seatbelts.